Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Pink trip. 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 Pink trip.
What's up, everybody? Figured I'd start it with a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Pretty funny because, like, there's two chicks there who like can actually sing, and then like the one lady who, you know, the black lady. No offense, she's, you know, what she's black. I mean, what, the old lady. I mean, they're all old. I gotta say she's black. How else can I distinguish them? Okay, it's not racist. She can't sing. Just let the other two sing. I think I'm going to use that as my intro for now on. That'll be the, you know, like a baseball game. We'll start off with a nice national anthem. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had a good weekend. It's been a few days, 4 or 5 days since I've done the show. We had Rogan come out today. The first time I've seen him really dive into the Candace Owens stuff, because he had Andrew Wilson on. And I think just having Andrew Wilson on alone is going to make him a target of the Candy cult now. I think Candace's little club is going to start attacking Rogan now, just for having Wilson on, because Wilson is enemy number one. We'll watch some clips of that. Everybody was talking yesterday about Tucker Carlson starting a new party with, you know, Kent, MTG, you know, all the MAGA outcasts, Massey. And then there's been talk like Tucker's going to run for president and like Massey's going to be his VP. And then he came out and it was all pointing to like this live stream he was going to do today. And then I watched and I didn't find anything from it. Like there was no announcement of anything. So I don't know what's going on with that. We'll watch some clips of that. We got Nick Shirley. He went to Spain, to Ceuta, where they're being invaded by Moroccans. And yeah, it didn't go very well. He got chased with a guy with a knife, was chasing him down the street, yelling, "I'm going to stab you." So that's interesting. That's fun. We'll watch some clips of that. Plus just some fun videos. Just anything to wipe the palate of the demonic possession that we all witnessed on the internet last night with Perez Hilton. Prayers for Perez Hilton. That came over my feed last night and I was like, man, what the fuck, dude? It's more evidence that people are getting demonically possessed by the internet. And who else is more of like a clout chaser than like Perez Hilton, who would do like literally anything for some clicks? And yeah, I mean, don't go watch it if you haven't seen it. Good, okay. It's horrifying. He's literally slicing himself with a knife all over his body, and it's just like, I mean, yeah, if you were to make a Exorcist 3, like that'd be a scene right out of, or Exorcist 4, because I think they've already made 3 of them. That'd be a scene right out of The Exorcist. And what's crazy is he supposedly just found God. I don't know, man. I don't know. But the internet is seeming like there's some demonic presence on the internet lately, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. And I don't know if that's true or not, but just, you know, it feels like that. Feels like there's some demonic influence on the internet lately. How's everybody doing? That photo, though, obviously Nick got chased. He's an idiot. What's up, John? Whoa, also had no idea who that is. Yeah, Perez Hilton is one of the early like OG internet people who did like gossip. You know, he would post pictures of what I remember like a long time ago is he would post like embarrassing pictures of like celebrities and then put like fake cum on them. He would make it look like they had cum. I don't know. He's one of those guys that's like for the longest time has no shame and would just do anything for attention. And yeah, people like that usually end up in the gossip sphere, you know, celebrity gossip. But yeah, it's crazy. If you didn't see it last night, it was, again, I don't recommend anybody go watch those clips because he live streamed it all. And apparently he's okay. He went to the hospital. I think they've transported him to like a mental health hospital. So yeah, I mean, again, might not hurt to have an exorcist come by and pay him a visit because it seemed pretty damn demonic. But we'll get into the Rogan stuff. Hello, everybody. MMAKO TV, what's up? The national anthem was demonic too. I don't know what she's thinking, man. Like somebody should have been like, look, your voice is not there today. Maybe on other days she sounds great. Like it's not working. Just stick with the other two ladies because you can hear the other two ladies like. I'll pull it up again. I think it's somewhere. I got it still saved in my bookmarks. Yeah, the other two ladies seem to be on key.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light.
So like, yeah, they're kind of like, I mean, they're not the greatest, but at least they're like, they're somewhere in the ballpark. I don't know what's going on with her. Like, I don't know why they didn't just say, hey, just use these two ladies. Maybe they're like, oh, it's not inclusive enough. We need a black lady. And they just grab the nearest black lady to come sing. I don't know.
What so proudly we hail.
Yeah, I mean, those two ladies seem like they're not too bad.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
I mean, you can barely hear them over her, though.
perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
This is, by the way, the first ever female baseball league. This is the first game, you know, like the WNBA, but for baseball. What a way to start it.
Streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
I mean, she's inventing new notes. She's literally inventing new ways of singing on the spot.
Or the land
It's for the land, not or the land. Okay?
of the free and the home of the brave.
I can do that. The land of the brave. I could do that, dude. I wonder if she thinks she killed it because the crowd's. I don't know why the crowd's cheering. By the way, I guess they enjoyed it. She's probably, yeah, I killed that shit. I killed that shit, dude. Oh my god, I don't know. That was my favorite clip to come out of the internet. You know, God bless that lady. Thank you for gracing us with your charm. All right, so let's get into the Candace Owens, Joe Rogan stuff. Again, he had Andrew Wilson on the show today, and I think a lot of people are not going to be happy with Joe about that. A lot of the candy cult are going to come after him. Well, before we get into this, links are in the description if you want to support the show. Super chats are open. I believe I did get a super chat earlier before I went live. Can I even see that anymore? Let's see. Yeah, Sweaty Nalga with the 2. Thank you. He says, sup. What's up? Sup, bro? Yeah, links are in the description. Smash the thumbs up if you can. Help the show get out there. And yeah, super chats are open if you want to join the conversation. Let's get to it. Candace Owens exposed by Andrew Wilson during his latest appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Whew, I've been off Twitter for a few days. I feel pretty good.
It's good to unplug from Twitter.
Yeah, every now and then I just go in and I'm like, God, who are they mad at now? Oh, God.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
If you went into X tomorrow, let's say, and there was an option there where you could select it and it's like U.S. accounts only. That's all you could see. Do you think that 90% of the traffic for people would go away?
Yeah, I would say, why don't they have that option? I don't understand why they don't have that option. Because I would love to have that. That seems like a simple option. Wasn't there like, I think the most they did was they made it to where you can see where the account is from. So when somebody posts, you can check the details of their account and see where they're posting from. But that's not enough. I want to just mute everybody that's not posting from America. That's what I want. I don't think that's too much to ask. I don't know why you wouldn't do that.
Whew, I've been
Huge percentage.
Huge
right?
percentage is people being manipulated into arguments. It is a strategy.
By foreign assets.
By
right?
foreign assets.
Yeah.
It is a strategy. It is real. This is not tinfoil hat shit. We brought this up multiple times on the podcast, but I'll bring it up again just for the sake of this. There was an FBI analyst who took a look at Twitter when Elon was buying it, and he estimated that 80% of the traffic is bots.
This doesn't surprise me. Remember, YouTube did an internal audit. And when they did their internal audit, this was a few years back, and when Susan still ran it, I believe, they did an internal audit and found out that most of the people that they had on YouTube were bots, and they did a great purge.
Wow.
Right? That's where that whole dead internet theory and all that really started to pick up traction.
I've seen stats that say 50%, over 50% of accounts are just bot traffic. 50% of traffic is bot traffic.
Super chatted $19.99.
What's up, Butoye?
The third world has flooded the internet and everything online sucks now. Except ping.
Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, it would be tricky because there are like people overseas that I do want to hear from. Maybe, I could just like block the accounts of like people from India and people from Africa. And Mexico, okay, you can have a voice, Mexico. I'll listen. India, Africa, Pakistan, forget about it. Yeah, so like if you could just block each specific region where most of the bullshit comes from. Maybe China too, you could block China. Japan, no way. I want to hear from Japan. I want to hear from people from Spain. I want to hear from the Brits. I want to hear from the Germans, the Australians. So yeah, to be able to like actually specifically select who you want to shut up, I want that feature.
It was hey, look.
Thank you for the 20.
A lot of
BTLA.
this stuff
Hope you're doing good, buddy.
Bots, foreign accounts, people who are manipulating U.S. Elections. They're manipulating various U.S. interests, and this is happening all over the place.
Yeah.
Right now, you have progressives who are funded by ActBlue, right? And I've proven this. We traced all their money. It's progressives funded by ActBlue who are pushing the same narrative that like Candace Owens and others are pushing on the idea of Charlie Kirk's death and the conspiracy around that. So
they're absolutely being paid to push this?
Well, their stated mission, this particular progressive group, their stated mission was to take down TPUSA. I'll tell you a story. This is the tale of all tales.
Okay.
So Charlie Kirk has this huge outreach program that's happening through TPUSA on these college campuses. He's got viral clip after viral clip after viral clip, and they are going wild. He's going campus to campus. He's doing his thing. He's being dogged by a progressive organization. This progressive organization shows up at almost all of these TPUSA events with the stated mission of trying to create a counter movement to what TPUSA is doing.
Is that the one that is connected to Destiny? And like the day that Charlie Kirk got assassinated, like Destiny was on the phone with some chick who runs that organization, and they're like, "Oh, we're so effed. We're so effed." I think that's what he's talking about. Now, the woman
who heads this particular organization received millions of dollars from ActBlue and other progressive organizations for this stated mission. That same woman right this second works with other X accounts to push the messaging that Charlie Kirk was assassinated by his own TPUSA insiders in order to push that narrative forward, because the stated goal still from that organization is to destroy TPUSA.
So how do we know that they've done this? Are there emails that have been found? Like
Well, the stated goal of this particular person
is to take down Turning Point.
TPUSA.
Right.
She's very open about that. And then the way that you know that they are talking to these other accounts is because they do it publicly. Those public accounts will talk to this account, right? Very openly. They reaffirm each other's posts. They say, wow, that's real interesting, this kind of thing.
Look, it's possible that there could be some like behind the scenes coordination between like the Candy cult and the people that just want to blame everybody but like the left for Charlie Kirk's assassination. But I don't think you need that. I think all you have to have is like the algorithm pushing that message, and then people see the views you get pushing the Candace slop, and then people are going to jump on it. So I don't think it's needed that there's a connection there. And obviously the people that don't want it to be blamed on the left are going to also jump on that as well. They're going to probably like what each other are saying. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is some little money being spent here or something. I don't know. Now we got just another conspiracy. When I don't think you need a conspiracy to explain this. I mean, there may be a conspiracy there, but I think if the conspiracy is there, it's why is this shit turned up so heavily in the algorithm? And then everybody that like kind of goes, hey, this is stupid. You guys are retards. You're just like making up conspiracies for attention. Like you're the one that gets turned down in the algorithm. Like there's probably a conspiracy there. And it's not really a conspiracy that the social media platforms kind of lean to the left and tend to protect the left a little more than people realize.
All affirming that same conspiracy that TPUSA was the ones who actually set up and murdered Charlie Kirk. And it millions of dollars in ActBlue funding going towards this. No joke. Anybody can look it up right now. The organization's called Unfuck America.
So, okay, yeah, so he is talking about Destiny's organization, and he's saying that there's millions of dollars that's gone from them to who? Candace? Because Candace is at the heart of this, to be honest. Candace is the eye of the storm. Like, she's the one that got more views than God himself. I know, okay, don't take it. It's a fucking, don't take it literally, okay? She got insane amount of attention and views. And everybody saw that, like, hey, I can if I do these conspiracies around the Kirk assassination, I'll blow up. And a lot of people did. And they continue to, just riding the coattails of Candace Owens. But I don't know, that's a pretty big accusation. Who else would they be paying? I mean, maybe they're paying all the smaller creators to keep like I don't know, engaging with the message, to like keep pushing it or something. I don't know where this guy, I mean, he's got to have evidence of this and like show it.
So how do they think that his organization did this? That they convinced Tyler Robinson to do it, or did they think someone else did it?
I don't think that the progressive organization does believe that TPUSA did this. I think that what they want to do.
Oh no, I understand that, but I mean, what are they trying to say?
Oh well, here's what the theory is. So take Ian Carroll. Within 24 hours after Kirk's death, blames Israel. Within 24 hours, he says, Israel killed Kirk.
That to me has always been just mind-blowingly just, like, Charlie Kirk, when he was alive, Ian Carroll was literally a reply guy to everything Kirk posted. And it was all like, basically, you're a puppet of Israel. How could I say that in 50 different ways? And then the moment Kirk gets killed, it's not the people who would want to kill him, the left. It's not the people celebrating his assassination. No, it's not them. No, it's the Jews, because Charlie Kirk was secretly literally the day before, you're calling him a puppet of Israel, but then as soon as he gets killed, oh, it must be Israel. It makes no sense. And then you got clips like this, like the day before Kirk got killed. This is the stuff Kirk's saying. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't, like, 10 seconds before he's dead, say he's the biggest Israeli puppet, Israel shill there is, and then he gets assassinated, and then all of a sudden, oh, Israel assassinated him. He was Israel's greatest enemy. Like, you can't have it both fucking ways, dude. And I get it. Oh, there was some drama behind the scenes with it, but it doesn't change the fact that this is the shit that Kirk was saying. And it would just be weird to me for Israel to off him. It's just like, how could... Yes, and there is a possibility Israel could have done something like this, but like the most likely culprit are the people celebrating him getting murdered, the people that we knew always wanted to murder him. The crazy leftists.
How would you say is a domestic prescription to quell and defeat this rise in Jew hate, which rots the brain and destroys the soul?
Hardcore anti-Semitism is just so sort of irrational and not rooted in reality. That
By the way, this is September 5th, 5 days before he was assassinated. This is the stuff he was talking about. And all of the people going around right now talking about how Israel killed Kirk were all fucking acting like Ian Carroll and just attacking Kirk at every step of the way. So I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to me how they could flip and all of a sudden, oh, Israel did it.
I mean,
It rots the brain, and the more they understand Islam, the better
Israel's
Israel
greatest
looks,
puppet.
too. They have no idea what Israel's up against, right? Which is these Islamic barbarian monsters.
yeah.
Which
Yeah, I'm still
everyone,
waiting
no
for
one
my
wants to say
7K.
out loud. How would you say is a
I could use
domestic
it, please.
prescription to quell and defeat this rise in Jew hate, which rots the brain and destroys the soul?
Hardcore anti-Semitism is just so sort of.
So yeah. Oh yeah. He had some disputes. He was fighting with the Israeli donors behind the scenes. So all that is just I don't know. He's saying that 5 days before his before he was assassinated, and I don't know. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Where are we at? 426 on this one. We're at 420 something.
What the conspiracy is on that side is that Israel.
And by the way, a lot of you guys don't really deal in nuance, right? Like Andrew Wilson could be like wrong about the Iran war and be just, I don't know. Like I disagree with him, how he supports the Iran war. And he's one of these guys like, oh, it's not even a war. But also be right about what he calls out Candace for. Like there's nuance there. Just because you disagree with one thing doesn't mean everything the person says is wrong. But a lot of you, that's how you think. I don't like this guy because of this, so everything he says is wrong. It's like, no, he's actually right about Candace. But yeah, I mean the candy cult. I'm not talking to the candy cult at this point. Like there's no saving them. They've already sold their children into the cult. You know, they're letting Candy, have her way with their naughty parts. You know, it's complete cult behavior at this point from the candy cult.
Israel, along
I don't
with
know if we
Erica
can save
Kirk
them.
and TPUSA insiders,
They're gonna drink the Kool-Aid.
got together with elements of the U.S. government to murder Charlie Kirk because he was going to leave the, quote, pro-Israel cause. That's what the theory is.
Right.
And that he was either murdered, some of them say with a microphone exploding, some of them say with there was a second shooter, and Robinson's a patsy. It all depends on which theorist you're talking to, but they all work together in
It
this.
depends which theory is getting the most views. Is the exploding microphone, is that the one getting the most views? Okay, that's the one I'm going to push today. And then tomorrow, is it the person? Actually, it was somebody behind him in the front. The wound in the front was actually an exit wound. Is that the one getting the most views today? Okay, that's the one I'll push today.
Same unison from a single.
It's very see-through, bro. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised too if there is somebody, like some bots behind this thing. Because it's like, I don't know, if it ain't bots and it's all natural and organic, then we got a fucking problem in this country. We got a problem of like sheer retardation.
Right now, you have progressives who are funded by ActBlue.
What did we saw? I think we saw this one already. Let's go to the next one.
The dinosaurs aren't real one. That one's great.
But have you noticed, like, the flat earthers have fleets of people who will debate their stances? Like, fleets of them who
Oh,
are
yeah.
like, we can't wait to debate with you on the flat earth. It's like, on the other side, though, in this particular conspiracy, you can't get these people to debate their positions.
It never goes well when they do.
Who won't debate their
Oh,
positions?
we offered Candace Owens, I offered her $300,000 to do a debate. I was like, we'll give you $300,000.
What is her position? What does she think happened?
She thinks that Israel worked in conjunction with TPUSA and Erica Kirk to murder Charlie.
Based on what?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Nobody actually knows. She's never presented a single shred of evidence thus far that Israel ever worked to murder Kirk, that Erica Kirk certainly didn't. In fact, her position for the longest time was if Erica Kirk comes out and tells me to stop the conspiracy on this, I will. So Erica did. She went out publicly and she was like, enough. You're just causing more problems than good here as this investigation's going on. And then suddenly Erica's now part of the conspiracy.
And I said that was going to happen too. That was very obvious. Very obvious that was a setup. Yeah, just all that needs to happen is Erica needs to tell me to stop, and I'll stop. And then Erica tells her to stop. Oh, clearly Erica's part of the conspiracy. She's trying to cover it up now. And again, nuance. Yes, Erica is cringe. She comes across as a fake as fuck person. But that doesn't equal she killed her husband or had something to do with killing her husband, right? Like, you understand that, right? Like, that's not evidence that she killed her husband because she gave a weird speech and because you didn't like the way they did the memorial or whatever, and there was fireworks. And that means she killed her husband.
By the next day, she's trying to cover it up. She's part of the conspiracy too. When I went to the TPUSA HQ, and I talked to Erica briefly while I was there, the first thing I did was what I think every normal, moral human being would ever do. I gave her a hug. And I told her how god-awful sorry I was that happened to her. Like, could you even imagine how that's got to feel for her? Especially now that she has tens of thousands of people accusing her of murdering and conspiring to murder and then cover up.
Maddie Frid, is she actually with somebody else already, or are you just watching Candace slop? I mean, is there any proof that she's with somebody else?
What happened to her own? I mean,
I haven't seen
like
anything that she's with somebody
mind-boggling
else.
Psychological torture on a level that I've never seen.
She gives weird speeches, says Tier 1 Fod Walker. Yep, give her the death penalty.
Yeah, in hindsight,
She's
it's
guilty.
2020. But,
Lock her up.
Given the reaction, I think it probably would have been better for her to, like, lay low for a little while.
1000%.
The going out with the sparklers was not a great idea. Like, all that was not a great idea because it just seemed insane. And maybe sometimes in grief or when, you're trying to show that they're not going to hold us back, people make choices that could be interpreted in a very bad way.
100%. The interesting thing is I asked her about that.
Yeah, I don't know, Maddie FND. I've not seen anything about her being in another relationship. I've seen, like, speculation. But this is like, again, people do this on the internet for attention. Okay, so people are going to speculate that she's dating this guy. She went to the I don't know, she's dating that guy. She's fucking, I mean, it's like hard to believe anything that pops across my feed on X about Erica Kirk.
Sure.
So
Like,
I don't know.
what's
I don't
the
know
deal
if
there?
she's dating somebody
What's
or
with
not.
the
I've seen
sparklers?
all the
Well,
slop
what's
about
with
it,
the,
though.
like the aberration in behavior. And
Right.
she's like, look, I was put in like the worst spot I could ever think of. I was the background character. I was just there to support my husband. That's it. The only reason I even really got involved is because Charlie was so pro-marriage, and he wanted to demonstrate.
By the way, this is what the Bible says about how you treat widows. You shall not mistreat, afflict, take advantage of any widow or fatherless child. If you do mistreat them and they cry out to me, I will surely hear their cry, and my wrath will burn. And I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall become widows and your children fatherless. That's from the Bible. Exodus 22, 22, 24. So it's the Old Testament. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Old Testament doesn't count. Wasn't there a guy connected to TPUSA who read that? And then Candace came out and spun it into, he's threatening to kill me. It's like
Straight to the world. You can be married and have kids, and this is the good life. So
all I'm saying is, if you're gonna like sneakily accuse a widow of murdering her or having something to do with the murder of their husband, you better be damn sure. It just makes sense to be damn sure, like really, really positive before you start doing shit like that.
he dies, she takes over, right? This moves over to her control. She says, well, the first thing I want to do is honor his last book. That's the very first thing I want to do. I want to honor his legacy. And she's like, I don't know exactly how to take this position. At the same time, there's expectations for the organization my husband built that I want to honor, right? But, I'm also in the middle of grief. And it's like, I don't know how you balance that position. Who's been in that position ever?
Right. And especially who's been in that position that's not accustomed to being scrutinized in the public eye.
Everything. And it's the lack of charitability that's so bad, too. Like, let me give you an example. If you say, Paul's so lazy, he never gets to work on time, you don't actually mean Paul has never once gotten to work on time. That's not what people mean.
Yeah, I point out, like, I guess she lied about some stuff. I don't know if you guys know this, but women lie all the fucking time. Women lie all the time. So it would be odd if she wasn't lying about shit. Because, yeah. I mean, look, to be honest, people lie all the time. Women tend to lie a little bit more than your average person. But we've all told little white lies. Who cares, dude?
Right.
But the way that these
I'd be like, oh, she acted like Charlie was his first kiss and Charlie wasn't her first kiss. Like, that's some high school, middle school drama. Who gives a fuck?
people will scrutinize every detail of what a person does, they can make a liar out of anybody. Because that they'll take statements like that, which in the common terms, if you say, man, Paul's never here on.
So, yeah, the Just 1430. I don't think she should be a CEO of TPUSA. I think she's a terrible CEO. I think she's terrible at public speaking. She should probably go back to like a private life and raise her kids and get out of the spotlight because she's not good at it. Okay, all that's open for criticism. But what we're saying here is the issue is when you go beyond that and you start insinuating she murdered her husband just because she's a weird public speaker. Just because she's, told a lie one time, 20 years ago or whatever, 5 years ago. I don't know the details on that lie. That's just what I read in the comments. So yeah, criticize her for being a terrible CEO. All that's open. I'm not, it's when you start insinuating that she had something to do with murdering her husband, it's pretty cruel. Imagine if your wife died or your, some significant other, a father, a child died, and people on the internet were out there speculating that you murdered them. Put yourself in their shoes. What if that was you? How would you feel? You'd be like, oh, it's okay. You would be upset about it. It'd be tough. You probably wouldn't handle it as well as Erica Kirk has handled it.
You don't literally mean he's never here on time. Nobody talks that way. But if you push on everything a person's ever said, tongue-in-cheek, not tongue-in-cheek, they misremember an event, they don't misremember an event, you can make a liar out of anybody.
Right. Yeah.
And that sort of scrutiny from all that public trauma.
The details of what, Maddie FND? Some little white lie she told about who her first kiss was? That's what I was talking about. I don't know the detail because to me that's meaningless bullshit. So if I need to know the detail of every story that's ever happened in the world in order to talk about, like, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, even if I don't have all the details, and you'll put up with it.
And it
or
was
don't watch.
the most traumatic event
Simple as
Zoomers have
that.
ever gone through. The biggest, a public assassination like this, same thing with millennials.
It also exposed people's character that they were celebrating it.
Oh, yeah.
And they have to feel bad about that. They can't feel good about that. And they have to feel bad about the response because so many people got fired because of it and so many people got attacked online, and rightly so.
But they were
It's just a
desecrating his
cruel-
memorial, and leftists were celebrating that. They were saying they were going to give the guy money who did it.
Yeah.
No, that's not. I don't mean anything though. No, what really matters is that Erica Kirk is weird. What really matters is not the people who celebrated his assassination. That ignore that. What really matters is, did you see how weird Erica Kirk is? Do you know she told a lie about who her first kiss was? Come on, man. Come on now. Andrew Wilson pushes back on Rogan, who thinks Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Again, this is what people do on X. They'll post a clip, and then the little description of the clip is just a straight out lie. I don't think Joe ever says that.
There's any possibility that it's someone else
I think he plays devil's advocate, which is a technique of Joe that he does when he's interviewing somebody.
killed him. Do you think there's any possibility that he was assassinated by Israel?
I've never. Well, when we're talking about possibility, almost anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
But there's not good evidence to support it, and there's probably pretty good evidence not to. So for instance, the guy was still very much of a pro-Israel guy, even up to death. It is true that he was fighting with donors about the cause and this.
But if he could have been a substantial roadblock to the Iraq war, or Iran war rather, if he was a substantial roadblock, I mean, that's not outside the realm of possibility that a nation state would take a guy like that out.
They didn't take out Fuentes. They didn't take out Owens. They didn't take out Ian Carroll. They didn't take out any of these other huge personalities who were roadblocks to the way.
I think Charlie was very different. Carroll.
Yeah, Charlie was like pushing Israel's message every fucking day. So it just doesn't make sense that, okay, all of a sudden Israel had to kill him because he was so damaging the Israel cause when he was literally one of the most pro-Israel voices out there. It doesn't add up, bro.
Well, or excuse me, Fuentes is more easy to dismiss because he said so many wild things, shit posting. He said so many crazy things that I think he is almost embodying in their eyes like the crazy anti-Semite. Whereas Charlie was not an anti-Semite, was much more reasonable.
I think people like Nick, when they get all fucking crazy into their edgy boy humor, they play right into what Israel likes, which is like, oh, look, everybody criticizing us are just anti-Semites. They just hate Jews.
And if he was going against Israel, it could be a real problem. I also think that he had a tremendous amount of influence on the president. He had his ear. You know, I think the president respected him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The interesting part, though, if you look at the history there, Fuentes conducted his Graper War against TPUSA and Charlie Kirk because of the pro-Israel stance and because of his pro-homosexual stance, his like big tent Republicanism, they called it. Yeah. So they had the pro.
Was that a sneaky little insult about Nick being gay from Rogan?
Stances for these things. And what's interesting about all of it, if you follow the details of it up until Kirk's death, TPUSA actually moved a lot more towards the Groyper-Fuentes position than they moved towards the kind of pro-Israel, this type of position, meaning a lot of the ideology that I think Kirk was changing on came from these various outside influences. And so if that's the case, why wouldn't you just curtail those outside influences and then you can keep Kirk as the mouthpiece, right? So I think that there's a pretty good counter to that idea. Now, you can't rule anything out as possibility, but it seems likely to me with how much trans have been shooting everything up for the last couple of years and how often it's the case that you find leftists involved in these signal groups and involved in these group chats and things like this for the purpose of radicalization. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if there was a left-wing conspiracy assisting Tyler Robinson.
Who said that? Who are you arguing against, Cracker Barrel? Who said that Charlie Kirk wasn't against the Iran war? Do you know how many people were against the Iran war until all of a sudden they weren't? Who talked a big game, like everybody in America first, about how these wars were fucking terrible, and a lot of it just ended up being campaign talk that they didn't mean. Now, did Charlie really mean it? I think so. He, the 12-day war, he was against that, and he spoke up against it. But again, I don't think that's enough for you just to be like, oh, Israel definitely killed him. When there's all this evidence of Tyler Robinson killing him and the left celebrating it. Like, there's more evidence that it's the left and their demonization of people on the right that are responsible for this than it is Israel. That's just reality. If you're denying that, then you're I don't know, you want the outcome to be something rather than just looking at what's out there and making an informed opinion. Which, I mean, that's all this is my opinion. That's all anybody has is their fucking opinion. Asmongold nukes Candace Owens from high orbit. Okay.
Did you cover the dumbass Candace Owens bombshell evidence about Tyler Robinson being innocent? She's circling the drain. I think that she's burned so much of her credibility with the Charlie Kirk, fucking goose chase that I don't think anybody's going to take her seriously after this. She is between a rock and a hard place because she has basically distilled down the most crazy, conspiratorial, insane people possible. So every reasonable person is never going to pay attention to Candace Owens again. Like, Candace Owens is a retard. She's always been retarded, but now she's like especially retarded. So she can't apologize because then she sells out the only people that have stuck with her. And she can't keep going because those people are just increasingly more extreme and they'll eventually turn on her. Or she'll end up getting sued or deplatformed. Because the people that are those type of conspiracy nutballs, they will always want, like, it's kind of like nuisance streaming where there's never an answer of what is enough. There's always an answer of how can I get even more. The only solution is get professional help. Yeah, like I personally think that she's totally cooked. I don't think that there's any sort of coming back and like rehabilitating her image or the way that people see her or anything else. Like I don't really see it happen.
I like the background music. It's like some shit from the old Christopher Reeve Superman. I disagree. I think she's built up a huge following. She's going to be a huge voice for a long time, whether we like it or not, because she's got a huge following, and I don't think a lot of them are ever going to go anywhere. They're just, it's why we call it a cult. So no matter how many times she's proven to be wrong, no matter how many different fucking stories that she just pulls out of her ass that just turn out to be bullshit, it doesn't matter. There's going to be an audience there. It's going to show up for the next bullshit story and the next bullshit story and the next big earth-breaking fucking story that's going to change everything. They're going to keep showing up, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're going to have people that think she's retarded, but you're going to have a ton of people who still follow her no matter what. No matter what. On tonight's Young Turks, yeah, so there's this talk now that Tucker Carlson's going to start. He's going to run with as an independent, or they're going to start a third party. I don't know. The details are kind of all over the place. But here's Cenk Uygur, who seems like it's going to be a definite kind of left-wing, right-wing coalition to basically fight back against the war, essentially. Like the war is going to be the number one point. On tonight's The Young Turks, Joe Kent said the group that met at Tucker Carlson's house is trying to convince Tucker to run. They think J.D. Vance is too compromised. He also explained how they're going to try to appeal to the left to get a unity ticket to represent all of America. Here's Joe Kent talking about it.
Extraordinary photograph that emerged over the weekend. And you were in this picture. It was at Tucker Carlson's home.
Who we got? Okay, we got Massey. All right. I don't know who that is. Joe Kent. All right. These two I'm down with. I don't know about her, bro. Maybe she could just be like a influencer that like just like talks about the movement, but I don't know. I just don't trust her for some reason. Something about her, like the more time goes by, the more I don't know. But I get it. You know, Trump made her an enemy, so that means she's good. It's like, no, not necessarily. I don't know. I just don't trust MTG in the long run.
You're in there with Marjorie.
And I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Tucker. What was this? There is word that you're all planning, as Marjorie Taylor Greene put it, a new political movement. What is the movement? Could it be an actual party? What was going on?
You know, things are in the initial phases right now, but there is a growing consensus on, I think, both the right and the left, of people who are sick and tired of the Republican Party. They're sick and tired of the Democrat Party. They want us out of these foolish wars that we're just sitting here talking about right now. Most Americans have no idea what we're talking about. They don't know about Gaza. They don't know about the Straits of Hormuz. They just know that billions of their taxpayer dollars, their blood, their treasure, their sons and their daughters continue to get sent overseas. Our best and brightest get killed. Our taxpayer dollars get spent over there while things continue to decay here in America.
See, Cracker Barrel, you just don't want to believe. You don't want to believe that there's any way some little stupid furry kid could actually pull off an assassination. Like, you don't want to believe it. Like, that's your whole thing. Oh, there's no way it was this dumb furry kid. What do you mean? Some random fucking lunatic can't actually just decide to kill somebody and kill them? I don't know, man. Like, you want it to be bigger than it is. Very clearly, you want it to be bigger than it is. And it could be still bigger than it is, like in the sense that it's not a lone gunman, in the sense that there was more people that knew about this, that helped plan, coordinate, or just egg them into this to like really rile them up and get them to do something like this. We don't know that, but again, you guys you really want it to be like, you've made up your mind. It's this, and there's no way it's anything else.
And so what we're trying to do is just build a coalition of people who say we're finally going to put America first.
Like, if you've completely written off the fact that it could have been fucking Tyler Robinson, like, I don't know what to say. Like, you're just like, I haven't even written off the fact that it could have been Israel that killed him. I'm just saying that's like, if you're looking at the evidence, it's more likely that it was Tyler Robinson. That's what all the evidence points to. But you've already written off the thing you have the most evidence for. I don't know. That's just, to me, that's like retarded thinking. But good
We're
luck.
not going to focus on the next foreign war. We're not going to listen to foreign lobbies like AIPAC and like the Israelis. We're going to focus on the issues that matter here to the American people. And those of us that were there at that table, myself, Tucker, Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and there's others as well. We are, I think, people who initially were part of the MAGA movement, the Trump Republican Party, but we feel that we.
Good job, Joe Kent. Good job announcing your new party. Guys, Israel just got Joe Kent.
You were frozen in mid
Frozen
sentence.
right
Oh,
there,
sorry,
yeah,
Joe. You were frozen right at the end there. Just to be clear, though, before we close things, could this involve establishing a new party?
Look, it certainly could. I mean, if you talk to most Americans out there, they're sick of the Republican Party. They're sick of the Democrat Party. They do want something that actually represents their interests. And again, we don't want any more foreign wars. We don't want any foreign lobbying in our government. And we want leadership in America that's going to put the needs of the.
Yeah, they just ended it. Right? Get a better internet connection, bro. I mean, these people, you're a professional like internet guy now, Joe Kent, just doing interviews, and you can't even have a good internet connection. Like, what's going on there? I mean, come on, get your shit together. So yeah, I don't know what to think about this. I kind of feel like it's because yeah, Tucker came on today. He was supposed to everybody pointed to Tucker's live stream today. There's going to be some announcement. I couldn't find any announcement in it. Just more of the same old, like, Trump sucks. Yeah, we get it. Trump sucks. And a movement with Tucker. I mean, I know Tucker's got a huge following. I'm sure it can get off the ground and do something, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Here's Megyn Kelly talking about it.
Because it was one of those things everybody was like, what's that? On the internet, MTG put out a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene, Joe Kent, Tucker, and who's the other one? Oh, Thomas Massey, meeting at Tucker's home. And clearly they were discussing what to do about Republican politics and whether there should be a new party. And we know that now because Joe Kent went on Piers Morgan, among other places like the Young Turks, and said the following, SOT 21.
Things are in the initial phases right now, but there is a growing consensus on, I think, both the right and the left of people who are sick and tired of the Republican Party. They're sick and tired of the Democrat Party. They want us out of these foolish wars that we're just sitting here talking about right now. Most Americans have no idea what we're talking about. They don't know about Gaza. They don't know about the Straits of Hormuz. They just know that billions of their taxpayer dollars, their blood, their treasure, their sons and their daughters continue to get sent overseas. Is
that true that most Americans don't even know about Gaza and the Iran war and the Strait of Hormuz? I don't understand how you could go about life and not know about that shit going on. Like, what are you doing? Like, I understand there's a lot of women who like don't even know who the president is. Like, they don't count. They're party girls, you know? They're not engaging in any news or information. They're just out there going on dates and getting free steaks every night.
The brightest get killed. Our taxpayer dollars get spent over there while things continue to decay here in America.
I can't imagine any dude, though, like not knowing what's going on right now.
And so what we're trying to do is just build a coalition of people who say we're finally going to put America first. We're not going to focus on the next foreign war. We're not going to listen to foreign lobbies like AIPAC and like the Israelis. We're going to focus on the issues that matter here to the American people.
Just to be clear, though, before we close things, could this involve establishing a new party?
Look, it certainly could. I mean, if you talk to most Americans out there, they're sick of the Republican Party.
All right, Megyn, we already watched this clip.
A party called America First is reportedly the consideration. And he also said that they all urged Tucker to run as the candidate. And on top of that, when asked by Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks, what would this mean for J.D. Vance? He basically said, we like him, but he's too tainted. He supported the Iran war and no. So I'm very interested in what you think this would mean. Like, what would it mean for the Republican Party?
Well, Tucker's as likely to run for president as I am to move to India and start my cricket career. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Disagree.
I just don't think he might do it as a lark, but
a lark? You mean a LARP? I don't think, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Tucker would actually run for president? It'd be weird, wouldn't it? Tucker running for president. I mean, it would play right into like the current paradigm we're in, where it's like whoever the biggest celebrities are have a sort of head start when it comes to running for president, and they have an advantage. And I think we're going to see a lot of that. Like a lot more of the Trump types who are kind of already celebrities or already have a decent social media following, trying to pivot that into political office. But it'd be interesting. It sure would be interesting. I mean, why not, Tucker? Just throw your hat in the ring. Either way, it'll be fun for me. It'll be something to talk about.
As a credible campaign, I don't believe it. I don't believe the support's there for it.
I got to tell you, I disagree. I haven't talked to him directly about it, I believe Tucker's so disgusted and the neocons and what's happened within the Republican Party that for the first time he actually would consider it.
I just don't see a practical base of support. There's tens of millions of people who like that point of view of that group, but it's not enough to overcome the obstacles to a path to a presidency, either within the Republican Party or starting a third party. I've spent a lot of time on this, and starting a third party is nearly impossible in our system. It takes a lot of stuff that group doesn't have, sitting around Tucker's house, chatting in flannel.
What should point out that he's making an announcement about it live on his YouTube feed tonight at 6 p.m. So we'll learn more. But what?
Yeah, I didn't learn anything. I think I got one little clip from it. I mean, maybe there's something in there. Oh, did I lose the Tucker clip? I thought I had the Tucker clip. Let me see. Might have not had it in order. Yeah, but it's like I was looking for anything because I didn't have the 2 hours to listen to the whole fucking stream. Yeah, I must have lost the clip. But he didn't say shit in the clip either. There's like a 1 minute clip where it's just like the same old, everybody's selling out the American people. They're basically all true. We're being sold out by like both parties. And, just complaining about the current setup, the current system. So I don't know, man. I mean, they hyped it up like there was going to be this big announcement, and I did not see it. So yeah, here's Nick Shirley. Again, I think it's a lot of people that hate Nick Shirley, but this is interesting. He went to Suez, Spain. This is our last episode. We covered this, where they got invaded by a bunch of migrants from Morocco, and he went there to basically see what was going on, and it got pretty dicey, man. This
is a crazy situation right now. Pedro Sanchez, gracias. Pedro Sanchez. Do you think it will take vigilantes to actually make a difference here inside of Europe?
I'm the fucking first vigilante here. They're gonna fear me.
That guy's pretty funny. Here, let me see. I got some timestamps so we don't have to watch the whole thing. 2:13. Doop. Yeah, he meets up with this guy from Spain. He's like the only guy from Spain that seems to actually give a shit. He's like the only Spanish person that actually cares. All right, X, let's do your job here and play the fucking video. All right, let's try this again.
This is a crazy situation. Happened here.
I love what you're doing with the site, X.
They want to go to Spain, so that's their mission here. That's why they crossed by swimming.
On July 31st was the day when quite literally 60,000 people came across, and right now a lot of those young men have returned back to Morocco, but now you just have groups of these men walking around this town, just like this one right here.
These groups are creating insecurity. The military are here as well.
Bro, that's the tiniest looking military vehicle I've ever seen. It's kind of funny. What are they using? Clown cars, dude? The Spain military? What's going on there?
He said one thing. He said, this is Morocco. One of them said, this is Morocco because they think this is Morocco, but Spain, this has been Spanish since 400 years. 400 years before Morocco got his independence. So it doesn't make any sense. But still, they say this is Morocco.
Is this the first stop for most migrants to head up into the rest of Europe?
Yes. This is the main door, the main gate. Yeah.
And right now we're heading to the.
Are we gonna have Candace Owens running for president? Go ahead, Candace, run for president.
Border. Here we go.
Run for president.
We've made it here to the border, and a lot of these migrants are actually now going back to Morocco. So, for instance, right here we have a group of Moroccans that are now going back to Morocco. So right here is where they all came into the country, and right now they're going back to Morocco. Now there are still thousands upon thousands of migrants out inside the city, and we'll be finding them in just a moment. However, it's super important for you guys to understand exactly what happened at the border. So this is the border right now. We do have some people that are turning themselves in, and now they're saying just go back to Morocco. And it looks like you guys do have some floaties out now to stop people from coming in.
I mean, it's better than nothing, bro.
Were those there before?
Of course, wait till after 60,000 people cross, and then we'll put some floaties
I
up.
don't understand why they didn't put this before when this started.
Because they wanted them to come. I think like right before this, they made a law, or they did. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was something like they made room for like 100,000 more migrants to come over.
Why now? That's my question.
Do you think it was coordinated to let them all come in that day?
It's coordinated because I cannot imagine a country like Morocco, which is investing heavily in cybersecurity, in military, how these people can get out of control in this country.
Oh, they don't give a shit.
It's unbelievable. Nobody can believe.
It's probably all the people they don't want too, dude. It's like all the worst of the worst.
This is not coordinated.
You guys going back?
Like, why should we lock them up in our prisons and spend tax dollars on them when we can just say, hey, go to fucking Spain. Become Spain's problem.
To Morocco?
Yeah. ¿Cuándo viniste aquí?
Ask them why they came here and what's the situation like in Morocco.
They came thinking that they will have work and food here, and there is not, so they go back.
How come everyone came in flip-flops? ¿Por qué todos vinieron aquí en chanclas?
Viva
Harraga! Viva Harraga وفسحكم العالم! What was it like the day everyone started coming in?
Lo que sé, esto es un jaleo muy grande. Han hecho un alboroto total.
So now we have another person going back to Morocco. When everyone came through, they actually closed down all the shops because they were afraid all the towns were about to get looted. So when all the migrants came over here, they thought they were going to get food, they were going to try to get jobs, but all the stores were closed.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few of them that were looking for a job. They seemed like they knew what was up, though. They're coming to take over, bro. Where's the last one? 7:30 something.
1% was woman.
So here's everyone coming in right now. Looks 1%. Like they're opening up shops.
1% was woman. I didn't even see one. Every video I saw of people coming around, I didn't see a single woman.
For people to come in and get some food. Is everyone from Morocco? Todos son de Morocco? Everyone's from Morocco.
Look at them, all young too, man.
¿Y por qué vinieron aquí? Why'd you guys come here? ¿Por qué vinieron?
بس نرجعوا له فور trabajo فور mangiare فور كل شيء no tengo Marruecos no mangiare no trabajo.
Again, if I see somebody like, if you're going to invade another country because you're hungry and you need food, you need to look a lot more emaciated than this. These guys look like they're eating good. They're in good shape.
How old are you guys? ¿Cuántos años tiene?
23.
Me llamo Hamza. ¿Cuántos años? 21.
Pregúntales si estaba organizado desde Marruecos o por redes sociales.
لا لا ما قالوا الناس في تيك توك كله المغرب وما اللي فتحوا المخزن
The police in Morocco, they told them to come.
Right now we have this young.
The police in Morocco told them to come. Yeah, I bet you this was like all the fucking unwanteds. All the people, all the beggars, all the criminals. Because a lot of times, that's who it is. Like, people that are willing to flee their homeland. Not all of them, of course. There's, like, people who are legitimately whatever. But a lot of them are usually not the best of the best.
Kid translating for us. We just asked them if they came through because of social media and TikTok. And they just said that the Moroccan police let them in. Why'd you come here to Spain? ¿Por qué vinieron aquí a España?
Porque no tengo vivir a Marruecos.
¿Y por qué?
Porque no tengo vivir, no tengo trabajo, no tengo dinero. No.
The situation here is getting a little dicey right now. Everyone just comes out yelling. Nobody really knows what language. I'm speaking English, Spanish. They're speaking.
Again, I mean, the guy's got his beard's trimmed up nicely. It looks like he's got a fresh cut. His clothes look newer than my clothes. But he's suffering so bad in Morocco that he had to invade another country. I don't buy it, dude. I don't believe it.
Broken Spanish and Moroccan.
Amigo, gracias, muchas gracias.
Ahora a Londres, ¿dónde vas?
Amigo, Marruecos.
Para Europa. ¿Qué parte?
Now this is the only homeless guy that looks actually homeless.
Toda Europa. Hasta, te digo yo, hasta Rumanía.
I bet you Morocco just let this guy out of prison.
Rusia necesita mano obra barata, Marruecos manda. Derechos humanos, no hay Marruecos, no hay derechos humanos. No, pues vamos a buscarlo, hasta en China, derechos humanos.
So here you have a group of them that all came through from Morocco. Where are you guys going now? Paris, Londres.
Sí, Alemania, Bruxelles, Bélgica, Danemark, Holanda. يا من يامال, I love you.
And how old are you guys?
El mundo.
28. He's 28. 28. 21. ¿Por qué mujeres no vinieron aquí?
Mujeres en la casa, como dice en el Islam.
All these men right here, not a single woman in sight. He said something about women in Islam. What does Islam think about women?
Yeah, he was saying that Islam says that women must be kept at home.
So they leave all their wives back in their country where there's no money, no jobs, no food, but then they come here all by themselves?
Correct.
You as a woman, how did you feel?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, don't it? Like, it's so bad, I have to flee the country, but I'm going to leave my family, my wife at home. And that's still my home. I don't know. To me, if things were so bad, you would take your family with you.
Feel seeing 40,000, 60,000 migrants come across the border here.
Me sentí amenazada. No podía salir con el bebé. No podíamos salir porque yo vivo en un ático, pero tengo vecinos que vivían en el primero y tenían miedo de que saltaran a las casas. Es peligroso. Porque cuando vienen en avalancha es peligroso.
How do you feel knowing that the women here feel threatened? Amenazados.
I feel very, very angry. I cannot understand how we let our own woman live with fear, running to their homes with the baby. Like, I don't want to stay in the street. I go home. Thank you. I'm not gonna allow this. Any Spanish guy shouldn't allow this. If we are men, if we are real men, we should do something right now.
And you're the only one out here.
I'm the only one here from Madrid. No one didn't came with me. No one wanted to come with me.
Do you think if strong men don't stand up for countries in Europe and America, they'll eventually fall?
Yes. If we don't wake up now, we will fall for sure. This is our moment. Wake up, Europe. Wake up.
Do you think it will take?
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to get called a Nazi for that. No, you're just a Nazi. Wait, you don't like the immigrants taking over your area? Nazi. Moving forward a little bit. Okay, we had to wait for X to decide to play the fucking video. You know how X is. Probably gonna have to reload the whole page just for X to play this damn thing.
From the taxes of the businesses.
Owner was closed right now. You had one shop that was open and the shop owner was standing outside of it.
All of the businesses closed, because they don't want to be robbed.
Now we're at a cemetery, and here at this cemetery, you have a group of migrants who have taken the cemetery. There's a fountain over there, a fountain over here, and a fountain down below. They're using the cemetery to shower and clean out all their clothes. So this is quite literally where they're showering. They're using the cemetery to shower. Kind of a representation of what's actually happening here. The people died for this country, and now you have migrants that are showering on their graves. Kind of crazy to think about. You as a man from Spain, to see that...
Yeah, I mean, they don't care. Clearly, they don't care.
Migrants are now showering on the dead graves of people who died for Spain. How does that make you feel?
If my ancestors, these are my ancestors. All of them are my ancestors. If they wake up, they will say, this is insane.
Yeah, Nordbert, I hear that all the time, bro. Yeah, YouTube plays their games, dude. I mean, what can you do? Nord says, Bell has been on for months. Haven't got notifications for a couple months now. Welcome to life on YouTube, bro. I know Viva Fry did a video. He went to, I think it was a Best Buy or something, and they had this iPhone that, like, you could just mess around with to see what the iPhone's like a display iPhone. And he pulled up YouTube on it, and he pulled up his own channel on YouTube. And the last, 3 months of content, were completely gone. Like, the most recent video that it would pull up on his channel was from like 3 months ago. And it's very clear what YouTube's doing, bro. They've been doing this forever. Like, you know, good on them. They're banning people less, right? Because I think it's the smart thing to do is like, no, banning somebody just makes them more popular. If we're trying to kill somebody, kill their ability to reach people, banning them's probably not the right move. When you could just like slowly edge them out of the system so like nobody even sees their shit. That's the right move, because then you end up sounding like a crazy person coming on and telling your audience, guys, YouTube's doing some weird shit. And then people are like, oh, you just suck or whatever. So like, there's really no fighting back against it because people just think you're crazy. When you try to explain them how the algorithm is effing you over and F's over people all the time, they're like, shut up. You're just making excuses and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And then you just slowly disappear. And it's people the way they are now, they're so used to their feeds, just feeding them everything. And yeah, it's like you don't exist if the algorithm isn't going to put you in front of people. So it is what it is, man. Maybe we'll watch that Viva Fry video at the end if we have time. I think it is pretty interesting. He's talking about he might sue YouTube. Ah, good luck with that. That's another thing Trump dropped the ball on, where it's like, bro, he understood the problem. He even came up with solutions for it and just became president and doing nothing about it. Let them just run the world with their algorithms, and we're just all their slaves.
Back immediately.
And now right here, it looks like the military has grabbed a group of the guys that were up in the mountain. Now they're all coming down, being walked down the mountain right now.
Yeah, it could be that too. Comedy Mothership says you got to check your notification settings if you have notifications turned off. That could be it too. I mean, that should be an obvious one. If you have your notifications turned off, that's why you're not getting the notification on your phone. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to check that. So, but I know when I look at my stats, like, people talk about notifications all the time, but like the actual amount of people that watch the show from notifications are like basically nothing. The notifications, like, I don't know, most people just ignore them, essentially.
And once again, not a single woman in sight. This is all just a group of men right here, all being escorted down the mountain from the Spanish military. There's another group back there as well. And right here in the mountains, we have another group of people who are getting pushed down the mountain from the Spanish military. It looks like the Spanish military, the Spaniards are starting to do something about this migrant crisis. It has gotten really, really bad. All these people are now fleeing, coming down the mountain, being pushed down from the Spanish military, and the police are coming up, right?
I mean, that's kind of like what like a military force would do, right? They'd invade your country, and they'd go find some like mountains to fucking to like make their base of operations, you know? People of Spain, I would be really mad with my government. But I mean, everybody in every country has reasons to be mad with their governments right now, because governments don't really seem to be actually serving the people anymore. They're actual citizens.
As the police made a push to get everyone down the mountain, due to the sheer amount of people that crossed into the country when they opened up the gates, there were so many people and so many children that entered, we headed to a camp where there were tons of abandoned children.
Familia?
Sí, una familia.
¿Cuántas personas vinieron con usted? How many people came with you? Why'd you come here? ¿Por qué vinieron aquí? Why'd you come?
Quieren ir a España. Sí, a Madrid, Barcelona, cualquier sitio.
How old are these kids right here?
15, 16, 18, 15, 14.
15, 14 years old. And where are their parents?
Están en Marruecos. Cada uno a su cosa.
Are you guys nervous?
Tranquilo.
Lamine Yamal or Ronaldo?
رونالدو ما كاين لا لامين يامال لا رونالدو الوالده تعيش الوالده.
I didn't know what questions to ask him. I was like, Lamine Yamal or Ronaldo?
Gracias.
Adios.
Adios.
How old are you guys?
Me llamo Anas 21, soy Marruecos, no trabajo, no. Viva España.
15.
You're 15 years old.
15 years.
Sus padres?
Español.
Papa وماما في المارويكوس.
No papa, no mama.
عمري كنز ساكن في فاس جينا لهنا باش نمشيو اسبانيا.
موراكو is beautiful. احنا الدراري ديالنا ما عندهمش مستقبل تما فهمتيني خاص.
So here they're all showering. This is where these guys have set up. They're showering out of these buckets right here.
Wonderful.
It's actually really sad to see this. This is how they're cleaning their clothes. This is where these guys are getting their water at to shower. They're showering out of buckets right now. They're getting it from this pipe.
I mean, it's essentially seems like these are like the downtrodden Moroccans. And from what that one person said, like the police told him to do this, you know, like this might be Morocco's way of like, hey, let's just offload this problem. We got too many poor people in the streets. And like in America, where like the governors will just bus a bunch of people to LA, bus a bunch of homeless to LA. They're just like, yeah, just go cross the border. They won't stop you. And hey, maybe you'll have a better life.
Underneath the street right now, and they're all showering, washing their clothes out of this bucket. It's actually just really sad.
It could be even more darker than that, to be honest.
That this is what the situation's like here at the border of Spain and Morocco. They're using laundry detergent for shampoo.
The thing is, they just seem too like comfortable with living like a homeless person, showering in the street, doing all the things. Like they're probably already used to doing this at home.
We finally found our first
None
two
of them
women
seem
here.
like they've missed a meal.
Video. How come you came to Spain?
Pedro Sanchez.
Pedro Sanchez good?
Sanchez good.
Viva España. Viva España. Viva España. No Morocco. How old are you?
17.
He's 17 years old. And
Anna, Holland, 15.
15.
Morocco no trabajo, no school.
So all these guys here, like Pedro Sanchez, a lot of people are saying that he's the reason why all this is happening. These are the first women we've seen this entire video. Why flip-flops? Everyone's got flip-flops. To swim. We found out where they're all living. 13 years old. So all these kids are coming over here. 13 years old. This kid's 14. And they're all here by themselves.
Menores.
Y padres, mamá, mamá, papá.
No, mamá, no papa. No trabajo, no tengo. No, Marruecos ni share.
No familia.
No papa, mamá, España.
So now we came in this spot. This is where all the kids came over. I have no idea what they're saying. ¿Qué está la situación en Morocco?
No trabajo, no escuela, no hospitality, no school. No AIDS. No AIDS.
No food, no eat.
No. None of them look like they've missed any meals, bro. I think this is all just like rehearsed. Like this is what you say. Let's get to the because I mean this is all just bullshit. They look like they're having a good time, bro. Look at this guy got braces.
How are you gonna leave in a boat?
Through asylum.
Through asylum.
Yeah.
This guy got money for braces, but yet he's come on now, dude.
I came from
and with their dog.
Where is it where he gets chased? Oh, here we go. I guess it's the very end. Somebody chases him with a knife.
I can't talk.
Okay.
It's like some of them are cool, but like some of them are fucking nuts. There's videos of like people in Spain being attacked. Like I think there was just one video. I couldn't confirm it, but it looked like a dude got like stabbed in the throat. So then, but then, you know, in the comments, like, no, he just got knocked out. And it's like, it's too hard to tell from the video whether he was stabbed in the throat or the guy who posted the video just added that because he would get more views. But yeah, I mean, there's been some violence breaking out. Some of these migrants are pretty fucking dangerous.
I then headed to the center of the town with the citizen vigilante Mancia. However, within minutes, we were chased out.
So now people here to feel safe, they're walking around with their dogs because Muslims do not like dogs.
That's like a little chihuahua is going to save you? Okay.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Now we got people throwing stuff at us. ¿Qué hizo? Look, he's got the rocks now. He's throwing rocks. Oh shit. They're throwing rocks.
No. Yeah, I wonder what's going on there. I wonder if like they ran into like one of the worst. One of the guys who's like got a criminal rap sheet that's like long. And if he ends up on camera, then people are going to be able to be like, oh, this is the guy that murdered that family of 5. I don't know. It's a weird reaction, man.
Look, now we're getting chased. He has a knife. He has a knife. He's got a knife. He's got a knife.
Yeah, things are going well in Spain right now.
Just like that, we have finished our mission here in Spain. We showed you guys the truth of what was actually going on. And we finished.
It's got to be pretty terrifying. Like if you're somebody who lives in Ceuta, and then all of a sudden, just overnight, you have an invading military force that's just harassing you in the streets. Your wife can't even go grocery shopping. You can't go take the dog for a walk. There's a clip of like some of the people that are like going on runs, like the runners, the fitness minded Spanish people, like they can't have guns, right? Of course. Why not? Why be able to carry something to actually protect yourself? Cause it's illegal, right? In Spain. So they're running around with like sticks and shit. So when they're going on their little jogs, they're like carrying a stick with them. Hey, good luck. Good luck with your stick. It's cruel, dude, when you don't let your own population carry guns to protect themselves. I think that's one of the cruelest things you can do as a government is to leave your population just completely vulnerable. You don't protect them. You let a horde invade their land, and then you don't even let them protect themselves. Like, that's cruel, dude. It's so cruel. So cruel. But yeah, Nick Shirley. Always going to the dangerous places. Like this was probably a little hairy, but hey, got to give him credit for making it happen. Every now and then you run into just a gem of an AI video. Here's when you're Spanish and try to enter Ceuta the legal way, but there's a female cop. I love this.
Buenos días. ¿Qué? ¿Qué?
There's so much truth to this, man. Because this is how these female cops are. Like, they're gonna look for like the weakest person to be able to actually assert their authority over. Because like any actual criminals that are gonna fight back, like they're in trouble. So like take the kindest citizen who's like willing to listen to you and obey your orders, and like that's who you're gonna arrest and fuck with. It's funny. You gotta watch this again. I don't know what AI made this, but it's so good.
Okay. Okay.
The one guy coming over with a passport. I love it. We need more female cops. That's what we need. Everybody's making fun of Jonah Hill. This clip kind of went viral because Jonah Hill apparently is a very dangerous man. And he could fuck everybody up with his jiu-jitsu.
I love Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I love, except my body is begging me to not love it. 42 isn't, my wife is often like, you're not going to become like a professional fighter. You know that, right? Like, you're a comedian. Like,
but let me ask you something. If we got into it,
I would fuck you up.
You'd fuck me up, right?
I would fuck all three of you up. Yeah. Right? And that's the best part. My favorite thing.
See, the thing is that like, so many people are doing jujitsu now. Like if this was like 10 or 20 years ago and you knew jujitsu, like you'd probably be rare to run into somebody else that knows jujitsu. But what if you run into somebody else who knows jujitsu? Like you're not the only buddy that it's like, it's not magic, bro. Like other people know jujitsu.
People are like, oh, Jonah Hill, fucking fat guy from Superbad. And I'm like, I would fucking annihilate you, dude. I'm not kidding,
every
dude.
fight
try it. If you see me, try it, dude.
Every fight ends up on the ground.
Bring it. Who's got it?
I will.
Yeah, somebody said Morocco's THC laws are better than Texas. Look, I don't know what's going on, but I'm still seeing THCA sold. Apparently, they're putting a stay on THCA being illegal, and like THC 0, THCP, all the other ones that I don't give a fuck about that suck. And I actually had a bad experience with THC 0. Those are going to become illegal, but THCA, because THCA is not synthetic. It's essentially just weed. It's people think it's like gas station weed. No, THCA is actually just weed. I don't know the chemistry of it. It's like apparently once you burn it, it just becomes normal weed. I don't know, but they're still selling it. You know, just bought this yesterday from my local place. I don't know what's going on with the laws. Apparently this could get me in jail for 100 years, but they're still selling it legally. So whatever. I don't know what the fuck's going on, bro. Texas is fucked though. They just need to legalize it. That's what they need to do.
Unless you are way bigger than me,
I have like a
fucking fuck around and find out. I love Brazil.
He shouldn't say this because this actually makes me want to fuck around and find out. Like, this makes me want to go up and see if I can take Joe. I don't know. I feel like I could take him, dude. I still feel like I don't have any jiu-jitsu background, but I feel like I could take him for some reason. I want to find out.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
I don't know. I think I don't know. It's just, when you can fight like that, like the best thing to do is to be very humble about it. It's a little weird when you're like, I can fuck everybody up. Yeah, Tom Segura's ex, Christina P., fights back tears, opening up about divorce, your mom's house. A lot of people are really upset with Tom Segura. They're kind of blaming him because people are going back and looking at a lot of the clips of Tom Segura, like being kind of mean to her. But at the time, it was funny. But now in hindsight with the divorce, people are kind of looking at it differently and be like, man, actually Tom was kind of an asshole. But it is kind of sad, Christina P., Tom Segura breaking up. Here she addresses it.
I just want to formally address it to the audience. Yes, Tom and I are divorcing. And it is extremely sad. It's... Sorry, I don't know if I was going to cry this soon. It is very sad. That being said, we have tried to work it out for several years for the sake of our children and our family, and we gave it all.
The kids are still pretty young too, so that's actually is kind of sad.
All we could, but we just couldn't work things out. We are no longer a couple, but we make the children a priority. And, look, we had 20 amazing years together, and that's a really good run, I think, in a marriage, 20 years together. And we had a very successful marriage. We created this. We have comedy careers. We, most importantly, created a family.
I mean, to be honest, and this is kind of sad because this tells you a lot about current society. Staying married together for 20 years is like very rare. Most people make it 4 to 8. Most people I know, I've seen in my life, like marriages just don't last very long. No one wants to do the work. It's hard. Eventually it becomes like very difficult. The feelings are never the same. It's like women want that kind of like romance that you get at the beginning of a relationship. Like that never lasts, bro. It never lasts, especially once you get older and your woman gets fat. And someone like Tom, I'm sure he's just like, oh, I just want a young hottie, dude. Like, who knows? Like, who cheated on who? Did somebody cheat on somebody? I mean, I don't know. Are any of those details came out? I've been wondering because everybody's seeming to assume that Tom must have cheated on her. I don't know. But Tom, yeah, everybody's mad at Tom. I don't know. It does seem like he's the guy who wanted the divorce. Like he's the one that pushed for it because he's gotten, he's lost weight. He's a rich guy now. And the sad thing is like at this age, a guy like Tom, he'll go find a young hottie and trade up for some young newer model of chick. I don't know, man. I don't know. Marriage is hard.
But I wanted to address the audience specifically because we've been through a lot together. For those of you that have listened to us since the very beginning, we've been through Tom and I getting married and living in Silver Lake and being two broke comics. We've been through births and deaths, tragic accidents, cancer, COVID, all the things. And I want you to know that I'm still your mom and I'm still here and we will survive. We will get through this bullshit like we have gotten through everything else in life. This is just an unfortunate thing. We are amicable. This is not an ugly divorce. Like,
not yet.
We're cool, dude. It's been 20 years and we met in our 20s. Like we met as kids. So, people changes.
Yeah, well, I wish him the best. You know, hopefully they can figure out how to have an amicable divorce, and for the kids, you know, still be in their lives. We'll see. Stephen A. Smith publicly apologizes to Kyrie Irving after calling him selfish for refusing the COVID jab. Oh, it looks like some people are waking up and apologizing. This is rare. You don't see this very much.
Who had the courage to say, bump that. And one of those people at the forefront was Kyrie Irving. I bring his name up because I had my issues with him from a leadership standpoint. Never as a player, because he's sensational. But with him, in terms of leadership. And I didn't look at it as being courageous. I looked at it as being selfish. And I watched Dr. Fauci on Capitol Hill yesterday. And the person I thought about most was Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving stood out in my mind because of the heat that he was taking. And how folks were piling on because that was just the latest transgression in their eyes that he was committing and subjecting the public to. He refused the vaccine. New York City's mandate made him ineligible for home games. And he linked his stance to people losing jobs over vaccine mandates. In my opinion, particularly hindsight-wise, it didn't make him stubborn or selfish. It made him brave.
It's just weird that you couldn't see it at the time. It takes you 5 years to realize, oh, actually, I was wrong. I don't know. I think if something like this happens again, Steven, you're going to be on the wrong side of it again. Because if you couldn't see it as it was happening, that like, hey, look, you want to take the vaccine, go ahead. But forcing people to take a experimental vaccine for something that's basically, what was it? I forgot what the stats were, but like it was literally nothing. Like most people got it and didn't even notice it, and it was fucking, that's it. So you're going to take this vaccine that probably has more risk than actually getting COVID in the first place. That gives you less protections than actually getting COVID in the first place and getting natural immunity. And then you're going to attack these people who are like, no, I don't want to take this experimental vaccine. Like, I'm healthy. I don't need it. And I shouldn't be forced to take it, you know, at risk of losing my job or my income or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's a pretty easy decision to make as to which side was the right side there. I don't know why it was so complicated for you, Stephen A. But now that the window is moved to where like people recognize like, oh, okay, that was wrong. Now you're going to move along with it. But you couldn't figure it out in the moment when it wasn't very complicated. I don't know. I'm you know, it's nice, but I still think if this happens again, you'll be doing the same fucking thing again. You'll be going, okay, take the vaccine, you stubborn son of a bitch. It's your fault. It's your fault people are dying in the streets. And in fact, you shouldn't get any medical care if you don't take the vaccine. I mean, this is shit people were saying. This clip, dude, I saw this clip. This is one of the craziest clips ever. This guy's smoking that 5-MAO, whatever, the shit they get from the toad. That shit that Michael Jackson be on. Not Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson. Maybe Michael Jackson was on it too. The 5-MAO DMT. And my God. Did it make me never want to touch this stuff, because this is pretty terrifying.
Hold it, 10. Hold it, 9.
But this is from a Hamilton, what was it, Hamilton Morris? I think his last name's Morris. Documentary on Vice, which I think is all on YouTube, and you should go watch it. It's pretty fascinating.
7. Hold it. 5. 4. 3.
Let me turn this up. These clips, man. One clip's loud, the other clip's low.
7. Hold it. 5. 4. 3.
Look, first of all, this lady here is supposed to help him. She seems like she's on another planet, bro.
Oh, I love you. Just relax. Release. I love you guys. Oh,
Oh, it's so look, it's so nice. He's talking about love. Just focus on the love.
feel the love.
Feel the love.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Feel the love.
Oh, fuck, I love you guys.
Feel the love while he's in this other dimension and some demonic entity's like standing over him, sucking his soul out of his body.
Oh.
Feel the love. That sounds like love to me. Is he trying? Dude, he's literally trying to crawl back into the river like a snake, bro. That's... Yes. Take him into the water so he can drown. That's how you fix it. Yes, Hamilton. Shit turned him into a Native American, bro. No, drag him into deeper water. Why don't you just keep dragging him deep into the water? That'll help. That'll help him get through this.
Put him on the side.
It gets even worse. He's literally choking on his own vomit right here. You can hear him gargling his own vomit. You know you're having a good, peaceful fucking psychedelic trip when you get to gargle your own vomit while almost drowning in a 2-inch lake.
Just on the side. Always in control.
Yeah, turn him over, dude. Hamilton's watching it the whole time. It's spoiler alert. If you watch the full documentary, he does do it. Like, there's no way I would have watched this and then been like, yeah, let me try it. Now, I don't know if he took a smaller hit or he didn't hold it in as long, but when Hamilton did it, he sat there all peacefully. He just basically laid down, his eyes rolled back into his head, and he started saying, love, love, love. And then he came out of it all like he was walking on a cloud about how he knows love is a real thing now. And it's like, bro, I don't know. It's just so creepy, dude. It's so creepy. It's like something about it. You know, something about it where it's like, yeah, okay, you're saying love and you're talking about love, but like, I don't know. It just feels demonic in a way.
Always. No, definitely.
He's doing fine.
Yes.
It does make me wonder, like, why did when Hamilton did it, was he just like a kind of a chill, just laid back and just didn't have this reaction, but this guy did? Like, what is, like, if there is some psychological trauma he's trying to work through, like, what happened to this guy? Like, what is this guy trying to work through that's this fucking bad?
Yeah.
Or is it just the repeated usage of it? Because I've heard before that, like, the first time it's always pretty nice and they kind of make you think love and you feel like a oneness with the world and, you know, your ego dies. But then the more you do it, the more they kind of reveal the darker side of it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It just, when you see shit like this, it just makes me go, I will never touch this stuff.
Way to go, bro.
This ain't DMT, Smokey Randy. Okay, DMT, this is 5-MAO DMT. It's like regular DMT is like one thing. This is like 10 times the level of regular DMT. This is that toad venom shit, bro. This is that toad shit. And from people who've done both, like, they don't compare. This is so much more of a trip than regular DMT.
Just relax. You're doing beautiful, bro. There was a huge...
At MFN Damien super chatted $10. That's the version of DMT that makes people freak out more often.
Exactly.
No trippy visuals, rather a pure whiteout and total ego dissolution. Apparently feels like death, and is terrifying to people first time.
I've heard Tyson talk about it a lot. Tyson's like the first person I remember talking a lot about it.
1329 super chatted $2. Salute L_Yeffa.
Salute El Jefe, the top general in the kingdom. Thank you guys. Thank you for the 2. Thank you for the 10, MFN Damien. Yeah, I've heard that. No trippy visuals. I mean, when you watch Hamilton do it, like he seems like it was very calm. Like he didn't freak out like that. Like he just literally laid back down, his eyes rolled back into his head, and he just started repeating love over and over and over again with a smile on his face. And then when he woke up, he was smiling. Like it was like he had a very peaceful version of it. But maybe that's how they lure if it is a demonic thing, maybe that's how they lure you in. Where they like the first time they make it seem like the most uplifting, beautiful thing ever, but then slowly you keep doing it, and next thing you know, they got you, bro. When you come back, you ain't coming back. It's some demon coming back in your place. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Healing here that took place for sure.
They're gonna have to play Meet the Alien again to let Alex Jones talk about it. Because there's some dark sides to this, depending on how you look at it. The Alex Jones version about like how every civilization that does this ends up turning to mass. Basically, they eventually the entities, the DMT entities, what they want is human blood. So you end up as a culture, if you get too far into this, you end up just basically sacrificing people to these DMT entities, like what you saw with the Mayans, and like many cultures have done this. Like they get way too far into the psychedelics, and the next thing you know, they're building temples and chopping people's hearts out and shit. So I don't know, man. But this is the most problematic part about DMT is apparently the DMT elves don't like black people. They're racist. Sometimes the creatures are friendly and reveal deeper truths about the universe, or they might even take your hand and bring you on a journey. But unfortunately, that's not the experience many black folks have reported. Black folks can't even escape the scourge of systemic racism in the DMT realm. But maybe they're trying to help you get over it, bro, and not be so sensitive. One person reported that their first trip was good, but their second trip took a turn for the worst. This time, instead of the sacred, I was greeted with the profane. I saw cartoons of racist caricatures mocking me. They were malevolent and felt like I could die, they reported. As much as the first trip was welcoming and accepting, the second trip was pushing me away, and I felt a strong sense of no. I think the people who would, side that, who would be on the side of like, oh, DMT is actually trying to help you, like, dissolve your ego and get over your hang-ups and shit, might say that, like, yeah, one of your hang-ups is you see racism in everything, and it's like, it's kind of a weakness, you're too sensitive to this thing. You need to not be so sensitive. So I don't know, man. That could be trying to help them. Cause that's a reality there. A lot of black people, like, racism is a crutch. It's like anything that goes wrong in their life. Oh, it's racism. Anytime they're mistreated. Oh, it's racism. Anything, like everything and anything is blamed on racism. When a lot of times it's like, it's a you problem. If you'd be better off focusing on yourself instead of blaming everything on racism. It becomes like a really fucking weak crutch that a lot of black people use. Kind of the same way, Israel does with anti-Semitism. Pretty similar. My friend said that the elves were making a machine and they turned around and saw him and they said, hey, look, the N-word is back. Did Nick Fuentes take over the fucking DMT realm? The elves don't know about the struggle? True. I mean, maybe they are just racist, though, dude. Maybe these spiritual entities actually judge people based on their human skin color. That makes sense, huh? You can't even escape racism in the fucking DMT realm. That's insane. Dude, I saw this food review. And I think if any of you out there are struggling with your diet and you're having a hard time maybe saying no to food sometimes and you're eating a little too much, just watch this video.
Yo, it's 845. Hat toss! Queen! You know what it is. We back at it again with another food review. Yeah.
I have a feeling that after these reviews, this poor woman's probably getting beat on. I don't know. I get an abusive vibe from this dude.
Huh. You know what it is. Let's get into it. Tonight she cooked cheeseburger mac. Cheeseburger, Mac, hear me out.
No, I think they're Fantatics, bro.
Hamburger helper, double cheeseburger. I cooked it. He has to rate it 1 to 10.
Yeah, you know, she said it.
Meth. Maybe it's not maybe meth. I don't know. Any experts out there? Yeah, do not do drugs. Clearly, there's some drug situation going on here. Meth, right? Yeah, this is definitely meth.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see.
Maybe there'll be Febreze, hot sauce, or hot feet.
Nah, that shit straight up tastes like straight doo-doo shit cheese. I don't know what it tastes.
This is what you need to watch if you never want to eat again.
But it looks good. Do you want to bite? Want to bite?
You guys want to bite? You want to have a nice meal with this lovely couple? Honestly, like the being meth head is not the worst part about these guys. It's bad, right? It's the black and ease, bro. I don't want to say the actual term here because it's a little too close to another term I don't want to get in trouble for, but it's how this guy is like putting on this performance like he's a black guy so hard that really, really rubs me the wrong way. You know? I don't know what it is, man. It's like it's like, okay, it's like when a gay guy is like putting on a performance like like a lot of gay guys that sound real feminine when they come out of surgery and they wake up, like they'll talk like men. They'll sound like a normal dude for a little bit as the shit wears off. And then they go back because it's a character they're playing. And this guy is the same thing. Like he's permanently stuck in playing this character because he wanted to be a cool black guy in like middle school or whatever. So he adopted this character and now he can't get out of it. And that's kind of sad to me in a way.
Yo, this is banger.
And it's double cheeseburger. It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's very, very good.
Like I imagine when this guy wakes up, when an anesthesia wears off, he sounds like the most regular white guy ever for like 30 seconds before his character comes back.
I'll give you a 2.
Tell the real truth.
That is the truth.
Okay, they ain't cook for you no more.
What?
Yeah, these two, I imagined the cops get called at least once a week with these two. And it's like, dude, look. Yeah, it's Hamburger Helper. It's not the greatest thing ever. Look, you're a meth head. You got a ride or die meth head chick who's willing to ride with you and be a meth head or whatever, and also cook you food while being a meth head ride or die bitch. Like, you need to treat her better, bro.
You'll cook when I tell you to cook.
Imagine that.
Oh, word, twin?
Oh, look at that. Wait, let me see that again.
You'll cook when I tell you to cook.
Imagine that.
Oh, word?
Did she flinch?
What? You'll cook when I tell you to cook.
Imagine that.
Oh, what? Word, twin?
I'm seeing some signs here. She might need to get out of there.
You know what I'm talking about?
Before Methy M&M over here. Meth and M. Her Meth and M fucking beats her a little too much one night.
Very so.
You beat me by me willing for a second. If you kiss me, don't be
1.
I'm gonna make
10 out of 10. What is
baby.
it? What is it? You want to bite?
Oh, I don't want to fucking bite. Nobody wants a bite. Nobody wants a bite. Look, I'm not saying you can't have... I mean, Hamburger Helper, I've had it before when I was a kid. It's not the worst thing ever, but... I will not be tasting any of your Hamburger Helper. She could probably hit harder than him. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it. She looks like she's like 80 pounds, bro. Yeah, Alex Jones and Roger Stone are still fighting.
But I'm going to tell you right now, they're all completely horrified by Trump. They all know he's running off the edge of a cliff, but they have to do all this kabuki theater to try to stay in good graces with him because they all know the Democrats are coming to try to put him all in prison once he's out, so they need those secondary pardons yet again. Well, guess what? I'll stand with God protecting me and my listeners supporting me, and I don't sit there and need to be in the orbit of Mar-a-Lago or wearing tuxedos or trying to give Trump political blowjobs. I've been invited to the White House of Mar-a-Lago 10 years ago, 8 years ago, a year ago, and guess what? I didn't go because I don't want to get in the swamp. I don't want to bathe in the shit. So, Roger, I'm really glad you came out and said this, okay? And I'm just telling you, I notice you're being diplomatic about it. That's really smart. That's really good. That's really good. Because I'm not going to take anybody's shit anymore. You understand? Okay, I'm not going to take anybody's shit anymore.
Bro, we're about to see. I mean, look, I love a good Alex feud. I mean, him and Roger Stone have been buddies for a while, dude. It's like, they're gonna be a lot of like, baggage they've probably been carrying against each other for years now. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out.
I'm trying to stop a fucking nuclear war. I'm trying to save our economy. I'm trying to get interest rates down. Things Trump used to be for. And just because he fucking changed doesn't mean I did. You fucking got that. So if you fuckers want a war, you're gonna get one.
I love when Alex goes full WWE, bro. He really, I mean, there could have been another career. He could have like been a big time WWE star. Like nobody would have been better on the mic than him. Here's a Democrat congressional candidate, Kirill Bassin. He gets knocked out. And this is just another soy boy Democrat. And what's crazy about this is like the punch that he gets knocked out on is like, it looks like the weakest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, bro.
Put your bag away, bro. Put your bag away.
Apparently he was playing his music too loud and people were complaining, so he didn't like it.
I told him if he wants to go to the hospital, come here.
Well, he's playing the Pixies, Where's My Mind? I mean, I can't hate on that.
It is over. Hey.
Oh, it's over, guys.
Fuck you.
Hey. Not my girls.
Fuck you.
Not my girls, right? You're not talking about my girls, right?
I don't care.
Don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
What are you gonna do?
Go ahead, just go.
What are you gonna do?
Guy thinks he's so tough. I think he's on drugs.
Don, go ahead.
Am I? I didn't fucking put him in the ground. I didn't put him in the ground. I put you in the ground. I can't. All right.
Oh, you're gonna hit women now.
Let's go, bro.
Go ahead.
This is Jonah Hill, bro. This guy's got the Jonah Hill complex. He like thinks he can beat everybody up.
Good.
Let him
do it, motherfucker.
I just said
Mike,
all right, good. It's over. It's over.
He's a child.
I'm a child. I'm 40 fucking years old.
That doesn't make it any better.
Act like it then.
You in the fucking hospital, bitch. Let's go.
Well, we'll see how long he lasts. Oh, he's gonna use the chair. Look at him. He's a fucking badass swinging the fucking beach chair.
Oh shit!
Oh, that didn't work. You forgot. Sometimes the quickest route is just a straight to the face, rather than picking up some heavy object that makes you slow. Especially when you got that kind of a jaw. Like, look how quick he goes out. Like, it's insane. Like, the punch wasn't even that much.
Oh shit!
Chair thrower.
I mean, he just touched the jaw. So good. He gets to get knocked out to his own soundtrack, his own playlist.
Wake up. Wake up. Yeah. What you fucking about, Holly boy? Yeah? Try to stay right here.
Apparently after this, he like pulled out a knife and was like chasing people around with a knife. I mean, dude, this guy's unhinged, bro. And like, if you get knocked out that easy to where like anybody touches your chin and you're just out, like you need to not be getting into fights, bro. I mean, he's out too. Like he's like, wasn't even just like his legs buckled. Like he's out.
You done? You done? Huh? You done?
I think it's got to be the SSRIs that are causing this too, because it's like they give people this like extreme level of confidence that like is borderline, crazy. It's like they live in a fantasy world where like they're never wrong and they're just, I don't know. It gives them too much confidence, man. Yeah, what was it? He then tried fighting, but was immediately knocked out. I heard something that after this, he got back up again with a knife. But yeah, he's got tattoos, guys. He's got a shaved head and he's got tattoos. That means he's a tough guy and he can fight. I haven't done this yet, but I might need to do this, dude. Have you guys ever tried to have AI help you fall asleep?
Hey, I'm having trouble falling asleep. Can you just make some relaxing noises to help me?
Absolutely. Let's take it down a notch.
I don't know how this guy gets the weirdest responses from AI, but do you hear the noises this AI is making?
Just let your shoulders soften like melting.
Can you make a different noise, please?
Sure.
Did you make a noise to help me fall asleep? Oh. Like, wait. Sounds like you're coming, ChatGPT. Are you coming?
Here we go. Soft and steady.
Can you just make something a little more relaxing?
Yeah.
Bro, like, this is too perfect. It's like, this feels like a comedy bit. Like, it's just too perfect.
Like a low, gentle hum.
Okay. Actually, I think I'm all set.
All right. Take care.
I think ChatGPT just came, bro. Like, it's weird, like the AI trying to think about, like, what's a noise that would make you feel comfortable.
760 became a member. At Andrew Wilson 760
bedroom?
celebrates 12 months of membership. Nothing helps me sleep like the sweet moan of a robot.
I don't think the thank you, brother, for being a 12-month member. That's a year, bro. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I think the AI doesn't really understand, like, ASMR sleep videos. So it's just like, oh, so I guess you talk real quiet like this, and then you make, like, sex noises. Oh, are you feeling sleepy now? Ooh. I think you got to work on that, the programming for ChatGPT there. Because really, all ChatGPT's got to do is just, in a very quiet, calm voice, tell a story. Because that's it. That's what you need. You just need, like, something in the background going on. Because, like, for me, I do documentaries. Like, I like a good documentary when I go to sleep. You know, I'll turn it on, like an hour-long documentary. I'll put my sleep timer on an hour, and then within 30 minutes I'm out. And then by the time I'm out, the TV goes off, and then I sleep. Because it is hard for me to get to sleep, but I've, like, tricked my brain to where documentary, lay down, maybe I get 30 minutes into it, and then I start feeling the heavy eyes, and I'm like, oh, okay, turn to my side. I'm out. And by the time I'm out, the TV's off, the sleeper goes off, the sleep timer goes off and turns the TV off, and it's great. So yeah, all you got to do is just tell a story, ChatGPT. You just got to tell a story in a very calm, quiet voice like this. The other night, or say, I mean, just tell a story, any story. Fucking make some shit up or tell some old nursery rhyme. I don't know. You listen to Space Facts? Yeah, I mean, anything that's kind of like, I don't know, for me, any documentary will work, dude. As long as it's not like, 1 second it's quiet and the next second it's loud, like a nice even layer of sound that's kind of low. You know, the narration's like calm and like this, and like, today we're visiting two twins who are conjoined. Yeah, whatever. It could be a documentary on anything, and I'm good with it. Being serious, the bad thing is falling asleep to something that is very interesting. Sometimes that can happen. It can happen where, like, you turn on something to help you sleep, and that thing ends up being very interesting, and then next thing you know, you're awake. So you got to pick something that's not that interesting to you. Like a documentary on something that's just not something that you're gonna be like, holy shit, that's fascinating, and then you're gonna, like, your brain's gonna trigger to, like, want to watch the whole thing. Or you watch ones you've already seen before, Louis Theroux's got pretty good for those documentaries. Nature documentaries, anything nature, like, no, not like a bunch of lions attacking an elephant or something like that, but, like, water shit is pretty good, like ocean documentaries where it's like, you know, filming ocean life and all that. I don't know, man. Everybody's got their thing that helps them fall asleep. But I know, like, it's crazy. The moment I don't have something going on in the background, my brain goes nuts, bro. It's like I really have to have something going on in the background in order to fall asleep. Because like if my like sleep timer goes off before I fall asleep, I gotta restart it. I gotta find something else, turn on the sleep timer again, because my brain will just wake up and it'll just be like, like it'll go through a million different things in like 10 seconds. It's crazy how it does that. I know a lot of people have that problem, but it is a little frustrating because it's like, brain, can you just shut the fuck up? Just shut the fuck up. I need to go to sleep. And then I wake up. That's the worst part. I'll lay there 2 hours and then like I'm like wide awake again. My brain is just like, it's crazy. So that works for me, you know. A lot of people don't like it. Like, oh, you go to sleep to the TV. It's like, dude, it shuts my brain off so I can actually fucking go to sleep. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here for like 8 hours just going, oh, and then I'll finally fall asleep right before I got to wake up. 9/11 truther documentaries. Yeah, whatever works for you. True. Also, rewatching a TV show where you already know what happens could be a good. Yeah, whatever works for you, man. Like, everybody finds their own thing. I just pick documentaries, bro. I mean, it's not always a documentary, too. Sometimes I'll put something else on. iPhone has a background noise feature, helps. Yeah, background noise isn't enough for me. Like, some people listen to like the rain or like waterfalls or like a jungle background. Like, that's not enough for me, the background noises. I need like dialogue going on in the background so that like my brain can be listening to the dialogue. Because if it's not listening to the dialogue on the TV, I'm going to be creating my own dialogue. So if it's just like background noise where it's raining or whatever, that's not going to stop me. That's not going to help me sleep because my brain's still going to be going and thinking about everything that's happened to me for the last 30 years. My brain's going to be hyper analyzing every moment of that day. You play Fuentes to sleep? Hey, if that works for you. That is annoying having to finally fall asleep when you get up. Yeah, it's the worst, bro. It's the worst, Shin. That was my entire childhood, dude. It was like every day I'd go to school just so fucking tired. Because like no matter how much I did, a lot of times, like as soon as it was time to go to bed, I would get this weird second wind, you know? And it would just be like, next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. I'm laying in bed. And it's very frustrating too when you're laying in bed not falling asleep. Like I would prefer to just stay up to 3 a.m. than to lay in bed from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. before I finally fall asleep. I just might as well stay up to 3 a.m. And then boom, up at 6 the next day, you're fucking in class, like just fighting, like your eyes falling, like shutting and going to sleep. You're fighting that the whole fucking time. It sucks, bro. That was my whole childhood at school. Morgan Freeman narrating Cosmos or whatever on Tubi. Yeah, that'll be good for sleeping. Those creepy John, nightmare fuels. What's John talking about? Bro, same. Hey, human, your mind here. Let's think of 40 years worth of failures and regrets, every single one. Yeah, pretty much, MF Damien. It goes into hyper, like, analytical mode where, like, I just start analyzing everything. And that's not bad, like, to do that now and then. Like, that's why it's good to unplug and to have some time to yourself, you know, just to, like, be with your mind, because sometimes you need that. That's a healthy thing to be able to do. And I don't think people do it enough now because people are constantly just, they're in their feed, like they're either watching videos or they're listening to music. Like they're never really unplugging and just sitting with themselves, you know. But it's a bitch when it happens when you're trying to sleep. Did you know for 5 months I did not attack? Captain's logs. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, I'm naturally nocturnal. School was torture for me. Yeah, I don't know if like what goes on with that, but I think I am kind of naturally nocturnal as well, in the sense that I get a second wind, like around 9 to 10 p.m. Like I get and sometimes like I could have barely slept the next day. Like it's weird because like I could have like got 3 hours of sleep the night before, and I'm tired all fucking day, and then at 9 o'clock, all of a sudden I'm just like the most energy I've had all day when it's time to actually go to bed. It's so weird how that works sometimes. It's very weird. I'm largely a light sleeper who can be very heavy sleeper at times. Stayed awake for like 4 days with like 1 Red Bull and a cigs. And yeah, when I was younger, I used to be able to do that. I used to stay up a lot. I used to like really push it. Like I would stay up all night and then into the next day and then try to make it all as far as there were some serious marathons of not sleeping when I was younger. I can't do that anymore. The cost to my body now is just too much. It's too much. Someone had to keep the fire going. Yeah, it could be that, dude. It could be like night hunting. You know, maybe I had a period of time where my ancestors had to be up at night to hunt because whatever they were hunting was whatever, you know, it was out at night and easier to hunt at night. I don't know, man. I don't know, you know, but there are people like they had to do the night shift to watch the fire. I don't know. All I know is what I deal with now, which is it's 9 o'clock and it's like, pooh, wide awake. And then the afternoon, like I always get so tired in the afternoon. It's crazy. Not so bad anymore. I think diet has helped a lot with that, like not eating too much bullshit. But if I eat like some bullshit, yeah, oof, I'm out. I found I get more energy and relaxed and less tense when the sun goes down because I'm dealing with everyone's bullshit during the day, phone calls, work hours. That there is something nice about that, Butielli. There is something nice about that where like everything's quiet, everybody's asleep. You can really focus on whatever you want to focus on. It is kind of nice. I'm kind of the same way. Like when I do editing, like I got to do work, I seem to be much more creative and productive at night. And part of it might be, yeah, I'm getting that second wind where I've always been just more creative at night. But also it's just like nobody's bothering me. And I know like I can be lost in whatever project I want to work on and no one's going to bother me because everybody's asleep. Not everybody, but most people are. CERN shutdown definitely has me sleeping better. I'm not crazy, I swear. I mean, you could be just reaching a point. I think there's a point when you get older that you just sleep better because, you know, you can't, your body just needs more sleep, so you get tired more. Lack of sleep can lead to insanity. That explains why tweakers act the way they do. Yes, you can go insane, start having hallucinations, and you could die from lack of sleep. I think there's even isn't there a case of like, there's like this disease where people can't sleep and then they end up basically just dying from lack of sleep? Like their organs shut down? I remember seeing something about that. What is that? Remember there was some sort of disorder. I don't know if it was a brain injury or something. Let's see. Fatal familial insomnia is the rare disease most directly associated with progressively preventing sleep. It is a prion disease. More reason not to eat humans. It primarily damages the thalamus, a brain region that regulates sleep. Symptoms typically begin in adulthood, often around age 40, with increasingly difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep. Over months, this worsens to near total or total inability to sleep, accompanied by other problems. Death usually occurs within months to a few years. That's got to be insane, bro. You just can't sleep, and then your whole body just shuts down while you're going through crazy hallucinations all the time. That's got to be a torturous way to die, huh? That was an episode of House MD. She had bubonic plague. 11 days is the record for staying up? For you personally, or like the record altogether? Yeah, you definitely don't want to. I mean, here's the other thing. Like, your body needs sleep to recover. Like, there's so many vital things your body does when you're asleep to like kind of recuperate your body. Yeah, don't do it. You know, sleep. If you can sleep every night, sleep. And get 8 hours too, bro. Get more sleep. Most people aren't sleeping enough. Sleep is the cousin of life. Yeah, that sounds good. Sleeping is great. There's nothing better than getting a good night's sleep and just waking up the next morning and just feeling good right out of bed and just being like, damn. I'm not even tired. I'm completely rested. I'm ready to hit the day. Once you get used to that every day, like going back to like not having that is so hard. Because I mean, I got used to it, like sleeping good and not having, like I had in my childhood, which was just like every day. It was like I was sleep deprived, you know. And then you fucking experience life without that sleep deprivation. It's so nice. And then when you go back to it, it feels so much worse. But if you do it every day, you can kind of get used to that state of mind. You can get used to living like that because that becomes your baseline. I can't remember a sleep like that. No. I mean, you got to try K-Mac. When you're sleep deprived, it fucks up the electrical patterns in your brain. Yeah, you're more likely to have a heart attack as well. You know, if you're older, you're in your 50s or whatever, you're not getting enough sleep. There's a good chance, you're putting your heart under a lot of strain. I hate that when I'm at a friend's house, when it is completely silent, though I create my own sleep deprivation. Yeah, well, it's, sleeping in your own bed is the way to go. And, I think what I would do in that case, I'd have to use my phone as like as a TV or something. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people, as I've grown older, I've realized like a lot of people do the same thing I do. Like they need some sort of stimulus, some sort of distraction when they're going to bed. Some people are even weirder. Like I remember I had a friend, he would like turn music on, and that's too much for me. I can't sleep with fucking music on, bro. Like he would put on like punk music, dude, be listening to like Propaganda or No Effects and shit. When it was time to go to bed, and it was like, dude, I don't know how you do that shit. I don't know. I mean, your rock music. How the fuck am I supposed to sleep with rock music going on, dude? I mean, can actually sleep much better with total silence. I mean, once you fall asleep, yeah, that's the trick. That's why you need to sleep. You got to set that sleep timer on, because once you fall asleep, then the TV will keep you from actually sleeping well. So the TV is there to like allow you to get into to fall asleep, but then you need that sleep timer to kick in and turn the TV off, and then you'll get into like REM sleep or whatever. But yeah, if I forget to turn the sleep timer off, I'll wake up at like 3 a.m. and the TV's still on, and like you can tell like you're not completely sleeping, and it's kind of keeping you awake. You shouldn't look at a screen anywhere near bedtime. I don't know. I look at screens all the time. It doesn't bother me. What stops me from sleeping is not looking at screens. It's my brain not shutting the fuck up. That's what it is. My brain doesn't turn off and shut up. And then like my brain getting active and analytical about everything like makes me wake up more. And then I'm sitting there. Yes, I don't know, man. If you have it, you understand. Nothing gets me to sleep faster than Bleed by Meshuggah. Yeah, listen to some death metal, bro. Listen to some death metal. Mongolian throat music is great to fall asleep to. I could imagine like some sort of soft like folk music, but like once you got drums in the equation, yeah, drums make it a little hard to stay asleep. But I know what you're talking about with the screens thing. A lot of people, that's their whole routine. Like, don't have a screen. The blue light, right? You got to stay away from blue light, and you got to make sure there's no light in your room whatsoever. And it's like, I've been there. I could have no light whatsoever. If it's dead quiet and there's no light, my brain's like, okay, let's think about a million things now. Remember that time when you were 13 and you took a shower and whatever? It's like, it would be like every little fucking weird thing that happened to me over my lifetime. I'll be pulling up like just weird things. Well, not even weird things, just like anything. It's almost like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It's just my brain just likes to just like overanalyze every detail of my life for the last how many years I've been alive. Your eyes are basically your brain, so it makes sense about screen time. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I mean, I if I'm tired, I can fall asleep whether I'm looking at a screen. I'm sure if I did my sleep scores, they wouldn't be as good or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm sure there's something to it, but for me personally, like, yeah, I have my system. I don't need to fuck with my system. My system works. I put on a documentary. I have to actually be kind of tired first. Also, marijuana helps as well. That's definitely a sleep aid for me as well. Smoke a little weed. Because your brain produces melatonin in response to the circadian rhythm where there's less light. Yes, I know. I understand all that. I've watched all about the blue light shit. I'm just telling you, it doesn't seem to make a difference for me. Because if I had no blue lights, I still would not fall asleep. Okay? Because I've had this since I was a kid, and I'm old. We didn't have phones. Okay? We had like one little television in the living room. We didn't have phones and TVs and screens everywhere when I was growing up, and I still had this problem. Yeah, the screen definitely tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, so this whole hourglass chemical reaction starts over. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. People make a big deal about this, but again, I don't really use my phone that much anyway. So I'm not really staring at my phone that much. I use my PC. That's how I get my internet. My daily dose of the internet is mostly on my PC, and my phone is just I don't know if I want to check messages while I'm not at home. But I'm not one of these guys like a lot of people are now that they're on their phone. Like all their internet usage is done through their phone. I don't do that. I hate using the internet on my phone. I technically hate my phone. If I really need to go to sleep, I just watch a documentary about Hitler and the Blitz. Yeah, the World War II documentaries are great. By the time Germany invades Poland, I'm out. 30 milligrams of indica edibles and 20 milligrams of melatonin puts me right to sleep. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about melatonin. I don't know. I've never taken it. Flashing lights, Kanye. They have to cut out the... I mean, the thing with me is like, I don't know. If I have the luxury in my life to go to sleep when I'm tired, then I'm usually good. If I wait till I'm tired to go to sleep, then I'm good. But once I have to fit into some other artificial schedule, like with school or a corporate 9-to-5 job, where I have to go to bed at a schedule that doesn't align with when I'm tired or when that's when I have problems. I think if most people had that luxury to just go, oh, I'm tired now, I'll go to bed. And then, oh, I'll wake up when I feel rested. Most sleep problems will go away. But everybody's forced to like live by somebody else's schedule, somebody else's forced schedule, which is just the way it is, you know? Melatonin at the store has no legal obligation to have melatonin in it. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? That makes a lot of sense, Fred Euchers. I don't know, counter is at 422 times. Takes 300 milligrams from me for anything at all of melatonin. Yeah, I feel you. I'll put something on and stop looking at the screen near bedtime. Usually I still like listening to something. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a screen. It could be like a radio podcast where, anything that just keeps my brain from going into taking over the show. There's got to be another show going on. Otherwise, my brain will generate its own show, and that will wake me up. I like listening to short, scary story compilations, fiction and non. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Like Mr. Ballin. All about holding a bedtime. Yeah, I mean, that's never worked for me, Redonk. I've never been able to maybe this will change as I get older, but I've always seemed to get tired later in the day. And everybody's like, oh, you just need to exercise more. You need to this or that more. I mean, this has been a problem since I was a kid, and all I did as a kid was play sports all day long, but it was still a problem. Where like I would always be later that I'd get tired. And it's almost like the days aren't long enough for me. Like when I'm fully rested and I'm not exhausted from like a lack of sleep previously, it'll always be later that my body wants to go to bed. Like it'll be like 10 p.m. And then like once I'm rested and used to the 10 p.m. schedule of going to bed at 10 p.m., then all of a sudden, like I'm not tired at 10 p.m. anymore. Now it's like 12 a.m. and then 2 a.m. and it's I don't know, man. Maybe I'm an alien, but I feel like I could definitely benefit from longer days. I think if we had like, I don't know, 30-hour days, 32-hour days, I'd probably sleep better. Podcast invading your dreams. There's some weird effects of melatonin on the serotonin receptors as well that I find mildly concerning. Yeah, when I looked up melatonin, there was like people telling me not to do it. So I was like, okay, I just won't do it. I mean, the person I've always been jealous of is my father, because he used to just... I have friends this way too, where like, it don't matter like any time of day, don't matter how much sleep they got the day before, the moment they lay down and put their head to a pillow, they're just fucking out. It's just like, they could just instantly fall asleep, like nothing. And yeah, that must be nice. That must be pretty nice. A friend told me she had a nightmare about bartending, and then she eventually woke up and felt she had to do a double shift. Okay. 32-hour day would be ideal, 6 days a week. Yeah, I don't know. 24 hours it just seems too short, man. I don't know. I think 32 would be decent. Like an extra 8. I think I could fit into that schedule pretty well. People did live in caves at a time. Could be why we have a non-24-hour sleep pattern. Possible, dude. Dreams imitating life, imitating dreams, I guess. Okay. John, did you win the war yet, dude? John's got like some sort of secret technology where he can like transport to Iran and back in like minutes. It's insane. My worst nightmares often are mundane shit. I don't know, man. I don't have too many nightmares anymore, thank God. Yeah. Been a while. Been a while since I remember having a nightmare. Anyway, hey, you guys, we're already over 2 hours. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. I think we had an okay show tonight. A decent show is what it is. I got to stop talking about Candace Owens. It's like every time I do, I just generate a bunch of Candace Owens fans that get triggered. They can't handle it. They really can't. They're the most sensitive fan group in the world, bro. You don't buy into their crazy conspiracies. They get literally upset about it. Like they probably cry about it too. They probably have tears at night. Pink Trip doesn't believe that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. I can't do this anymore. Then they go pull a fucking Perez Hilton. I hope Perez Hilton's doing okay, by the way, because that shit was insane. But he does need to get an exorcist. I think he needs an exorcist for sure. Thanks for chilling with the chat. Well, you're welcome, Akuma Skill. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. We'll see. I'll try to get some more in. Try to do a few more this week. We'll see how that goes.
At L_Yeffa-67 super chatted $10. Great stream ping. Love you guys. Make sure you smash the like on your way out.
Much appreciated. Thank you, LFA. Yeah, we'll see you. I'm going to definitely try to be back. What's today, Wednesday? I'll try my best to do a show tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what we can talk about tomorrow. Maybe we just hang. Again, I got to do more episodes where we're just hanging and shooting the shit. But it's hard. I saw, I don't know if you guys follow Counter-Strike, but there's a creator called OniPixel. And he just disappeared for a month. And he talked about like he just couldn't bring himself to do the show. Like I don't know, but I fucking I felt like a kinship with them because it's kind of similar to me sometimes where it's like, oh, I just have a hard time pulling the trigger on doing a show, especially when I don't feel like there's any like obvious shit that I want to talk about. Like even tonight's episode, like it's been 4 days since I've done a show and I'm like, I got to do a show, but am I really that into what I'm talking about today? Is there like big news? It's like every day can't be a big news day. So you got to like still do a show, but it's like, you're not really that into what you're talking about. So it gets a little difficult, but that's where I just need to hang out, more and just shoot the shit with you guys. Cause that's fun too. Just chatting with the chat, you know, that's fun, but that only goes so far, you know, if your whole show is just you, responding to what the chat's saying. But I mean, I guess it can be done. People do it, right? Right. Anyway, guys, much love. We'll see you on the next one. You guys have a wonderful night. Okay. And yeah, sleep well. I'll just talk about sleep. Yeah, sleep well tonight. See you next time.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified.